Alright, hello everyone. Today I have a Bronze 5 guide with 68k rating on my Gunslinger. I'll be showing you how to solo the dungeon. In case you're interested in a video showing how to do it in a full team, I will link a video down below once it's uploaded from a very good friend of mine who showed how to do it in a team. Anyways, as you can see, I'm just clearing the trash mobs. All of the clips are sped up by around 2 times as always, just so I can talk over them and I don't have to bore you with all of the, well, info that's not really necessary. So, as for the beginning, you can see me switch my EXs over to Royal Fire for the first boss. Not really necessary, but I just thought I would give it a try this round. So as you can see, there will be 5 chests in the area. Um, one of those chests will contain the core that you need to unlock the first boss. So if I didn't get it on the first one, meaning I have to go to the second one and so on until I find it. This is random for everyone and everyone is different, so I cannot say when you will get it. I suggest you just look at everything. As you can see, here was my chest number 2. Still didn't find anything. So let's go on. This will be the main boss room, but we will get to that in a bit. So here we go on. Something I did want to mention though is this is probably the most difficult dungeon so far, to solo it at least. It's also quite difficult in a team if you're low rated. Obviously if you're high rated it's way easier and you can probably do it way faster than I did it as well. But I'm doing this on a sub 70k Gunslinger, which proved to be quite a challenge. Now this was not a perfect run at all. I actually died twice during this run, which could have been easily avoided, but then again there were parts where I didn't die where I could have died. So overall I just decided it would be good to show that you can have an imperfect run and still make mistakes and be able to do this. So yeah, that's why I decided to upload this. I could have uploaded a flawless run, but that would just be pretty boring as you might not have a flawless run yourself, especially if you're trying this out on a low level character, well, low rating character for the first time. Anyways, here you can see me opening the chest. A message will pop up where I found the energy core and now I can go to the boss room and activate the boss fight. The first boss is relatively easy. You see me mess it up right here, but you basically want to activate the head, and then once the head is activated, you just start DPSing it down. There will be 3 heads that you need to kill. I recommend you stand on the square with this kind of sync icon. There will be 4 around the boss, as you can see. Every time he spits out the fireball, you want to dash to the waterfall so that it gets absorbed. As you can see, that's why I like to start on the right one, because it's easier to run to the waterfall from there. As you can see here, I got hit by one of those bombs and it dealt pretty much 80% of my HP. That's why I meant by it's not a flawless run, because there are obviously a lot of mistakes that I made, and it still worked out pretty well. So yeah, that's why I decided to showcase this run. Anyways, here we just kill all the final one, then the room will be set ablaze. Be sure to stand on the room I am on. Now this is something that you can actually, where you can switch targets, because you could argue that concealment is better for the next part with the fire frogs, because you get the extra armor, well, extra damage reduction. But I actually prefer to do it without the damage reduction and just nuke them down, because it seems to be work better for me if I can kill them in one go, which should be doable. Anyways, you can attack them through the wall from here, and once you pull them over, I put my portal there. I use all of my skills to build up energy, and then I drop my heat wave and my alpha particle cannon. As you can see, I killed them. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes you die here, but I died on the first boss instead of here, so I guess it's all good. Now let's go on to the next boss, shall we? So here we have a room. You can actually, well, move next to the boulders, as you can see me do, which is quite nice because it speeds up the progress by quite a lot. You don't have to wait in every single corner like most people do. Here I got hit by a boulder. Doesn't matter. It only stuns you. Doesn't deal much damage. The only bad thing would be if you get stunned on the fire floor. Anyways, here you can see me stealth through. That's because for the second boss you want to put them in front of the petrifying gaze hit that you can see next to me, and then you basically just lock them in place and you can AoE them down. There's not much else to this boss. It's a very easy one in my opinion. If you do this correctly, they should never be able to hit you. Even if you get petrified, you just break loose from it by tapping on your QTE button, while the AI can do that. so you have a massive advantage there. One of the easiest bosses. Here you can see me pulling over the portals, and it's time for the final two bosses. So yeah, let's have a look. I actually died on the last boss as well, which I shouldn't have, but I'll show you how you can avoid that issue. It was really simple to avoid. Anyways, for this boss, you want to make sure you don't move around too much, because if you do that, they will actually ground slam and deal massive AoE. So you want to stay around them, wait for the massive cone to go, then you want to go out of range, as they will do a ground slam that deals massive damage. Then once after you've done that, you can just AoE them down again. And then as you can see here, I got hit by one. I'm quite low. Yeah, so I got hit by ground slam, but it's all good because I still managed to kill them. Now let's go on. I'm just healing up a little bit. I don't need the chest, but I can open it anyways because I need time to regen, so it's all good. Now you can see me going on to the next part, which will trigger the final boss battle. Here is the final dragon from this dungeon. What you want to do is you want to deal damage, and there will be two special phases. Once he goes to X5 and once he goes to X1 health. What you also want to make sure is that you don't pull him out too far, as you will reset like you can see there. So right here, what I found to be the easiest is to just run around him, as he will never really be able to hit an attack on you, except for one tactic, but I will go into that in a bit. Here you can see he's dropping fire bombs, but as long as you keep running around them, you should be good. So here, once he goes to X5 health, he will make the entire field go ablaze pretty much. So you want to go inside of the bubble, and then you want to wait for his attack to finish. So here it's finished, the bubble breaks, and you can continue attacking. Now I believe this will be around where I die. As you can see, I dashed, but it basically glitched out. So that's quite unfortunate that I died there. But basically, you will see him jump towards you. He will go up in the air, and you want to go out of, well, you want to dash to the side pretty much, because that is his one-shot mechanic. It will always one-shot you pretty much, unless you might be like 200 or 300k rating, which I highly doubt if you're watching this video. So yeah, here he drops the fire bombs again. You just keep running, make sure you're close to a bubble, and then once the fire bombs stop, he will turn the field ablaze again. And then you go back to the bubble. Something to note is that the second time you have to manually cancel your bubble. So right here I have to press on the X myself. And yeah, that was pretty much the boss. It's really easy. I think the last boss is probably one of the easiest ones so far. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. So yeah, here is the final screen, 68k, and see you next time.